of you and understand you is you, yourself. So you must take care of yourself.
But I still don't understand myself! I don't even know what it is that makes me myself! How can I love myself?
I think at this point, everyone has always heard of the term like, oh, just love yourself, man. Just focus on you and just love yourself and just be yourself. But honestly, what does that truly mean? Because saying it is one thing and doing it is another. And everyone's concept, or at least awareness of the whole idea of loving yourself is going to be so different. Because everyone's going to be at different levels of where they're going to be at in that current time. So, for example, you might have someone who really, really hates himself. They have really, really bad self-esteem. And so for them to love themselves, it's going to be a whole different journey than someone who lacks self-confidence, for example. Because they can intertwine, and oftentimes they do. But it's like not entirely going to be the same thought process. It's not entirely going to be the same kind of flow, if you will. And so that's why I will always come to the same point. And you might notice a trend or theme in my videos is to try your best to be aware of what you are. And it's like, how do I do this? How can I possibly do this? And even this, it takes a bunch of different approaches, because for some people, journaling might help. For other people, maybe speaking to themselves helps. For other people, maybe praying to some deity or source or higher power works. And for other people, it's just experiencing things in like life and just becoming aware, being more in the present moment to start to realize like, oh shoot, I don't love myself that well. But all of these things have one thing in common, and it's that they track some kind of behavior in themselves, and that there's some kind of reflection. So take that from this video, is to try to reflect as much as you can in any way that you can. It can be very, very small. For example, when was the last time you felt bad about yourself? Why did you feel bad about yourself? Was it caused by something? Could it have been inevitably avoided? Who was really at fault? And if that same scenario happened, how would you treat it differently? You know, these are just like random like ways to do it. I'm just giving examples here, but you really have to just spend time with yourself to try and figure this out. I mean, it's probably why a lot of these like spiritual teachers and gurus and all that stuff, they always spend a fair amount of time in solitude sometimes, because in a world that's so distracted and in a world where we're so governed by other people's thinking, the only way you can learn to truly love yourself is to understand yourself. And then once you've done that, then it's like, okay, cool. I'm going to love myself, so I'm going to start treating myself better. Because a lot of people think when they love themselves, it just means time to relax and time to get a little bit lazy. But that's not what I'm talking about at all. To love yourself is to incorporate discipline. It's to incorporate willpower. It's to incorporate integrity. And all of these high values that essentially your dream self is gonna be like. Like if you could imagine yourself being the best essentially version of yourself, it's gonna include love for yourself. And that can be a very driving factor towards doing stuff with perfect authenticity. Like, and I'll give another example, because a lot of the world right now is governed by anger, in the sense of it works because you can get angry about something, and sometimes that anger will push you to change and go beyond. But again, is that really going to be sustainable for the long run? And if so, can we truly start to become more authentic and pour more expression through that loving ourselves, through that understanding ourselves, and through knowing which path we want to kind of be on? And that all comes through the term of quote unquote loving yourself. Listen, if you have any questions about this, leave it in the comments. A little bit of a short video, just because I just wanted to cover this as briefly as possible. Listen, I could talk about this for hours. All right, so yeah, let me know. Peace and blessings be to you all, and I'll see you in the next one.